Good evening, everyone. My name is Jim McGurk. I am your son or daughter's AP statistics teacher coming to you from beautiful Hawaii. I decided to go to Hawaii for the weekend and do it just for fun. So, of course, just kidding. Right? I am not so glamorous, actually just in a bedroom doing a video for you. So um, I got to try to, as quickly as I can, and I have 10 minutes to do this, tell you a little bit about myself, tell you a little bit about my course. So I'm going to try to talk fast, otherwise I don't get this in. So hopefully not too fast. Hope you can understand me. So first of all, a little bit about myself. As I mentioned, my name is Jim McGurk. I've been teaching math here at Mountview High School for 35 years, or this is my 35th year. Yes, I know you're looking at me right now saying, nah, that's impossible. You're not old enough. So if that is what you're thinking, I thank you very much. If you're thinking, wow, he's old, then I don't know about that. But anyway, and it's actually been longer than that in some ways. I actually graduated from the site Mountain View High School at the time. If you know the history, it was Awald High School. Sorry, I graduated from Awald High School. Last graduating class of Awald High School in 1981, which is on the same site Mountain View is now. Old Mountain View High School used to be downtown Mountain View. I know now you're doing the math in your head. You can figure out how old I am, right? And then I went away for 4 years, got a math degree at Chico State, and then a master's in education at Stanford. Came back to my old high school. I've been here ever since. I've literally been at the school for almost 40 years, lived right around the corner for a while, moved away, of course, and now I'm lucky enough to be back pretty close by. Not only is it just, and I love being where I am, clearly 35 years says that, I think. I love every day. I love it even more this year, finally being back with the students. It's been great, a little bit tricky trying to learn names and faces, of course, with masks on. But wow, sure is great to be back. Sure is great to have the energy on campus. I'm going to talk a little bit about my teaching style. My teaching style lends itself a lot more to having kids in the classroom than to talking to a video like this. So it's also been a little bit of a family affair because I've been lucky to live so close. My kids have gone to school here. So my daughter, Jessica, graduated in 2010 from Mountain View High School. My son, Alex, graduated in 2012 from Mountain View High School. And then my son, Patrick, is actually an 8th grader at Graham right now. So he's going to graduate from Mountain View High School in 2026. Still to be seen whether I will be here for that day, but teaching-wise, that is, sorry. We'll see, but looking forward to having him here next year, of course. And then many of you know, maybe more now actually, that my wife actually works at the school also. Up until about 6 weeks ago, she was in the counseling department. She was a counseling department coordinator, so I'm sure a lot of your students had her as a counselor. Before that, she was actually an English teacher when we met. We did meet at school, yes. And then 6 weeks ago, she was promoted to our newest assistant principal. So pretty exciting for our family. It's a great place. We both love it. Kids love it. And it's a great place to be. I hope you guys feel the same way. I hope your kids feel the same way. I've also coached the boys soccer team for almost every year. I think I missed 2 years at the beginning of my career. I was busy learning how to teach. But I've been the varsity boys soccer coach ever since, like 33 years. So a little bit about how I teach, and a little bit about the course, and then we'll be done with our 10 minutes, I think. So my teaching style is kind of what you're seeing here. Again, it's a little different talking to video. I'm very loose and very casual. I try to make students laugh, but I also try to teach them a lot of math. Clearly, that's my job. But I feel it's important that they're comfortable in my class and can relate to me and can stay motivated. You know, math can be a little dry and boring for sure. Statistics, not so much as some of the other classes, though. Statistics is a great class to teach just because of all of the real world applications, which I'll try to touch bases on here in just a second. Excuse me, I'm looking at my notes over here to make sure I don't miss anything. So that, you know, that's kind of my teaching style. But my job is to prepare them for the AP test. You know, I treat it kind of the way I would treat my coaching. It's kind of cool, a little bit different than I might teach a regular course, where, you know, a regular course where, you know, we give them grades, we give them tests, yada, yada, yada. But the AP exam at the end for me is kind of like the big game, you know, for lack of a better term. We have a Super Bowl at the end, and I have to prepare them for this game. And it's my job to do that properly, meaning we work together. Like, I want them to succeed. Not that I wouldn't want my other classes to succeed, of course, but there's this bigger goal that everyone gets to see at the end. So I've learned over the years, I haven't been teaching statistics since it started. I was the first statistics teacher at the school. The first year it started, I can't even remember how many years ago that was, and I've been doing it ever since. I love it because of the real world application. Statistics is very, very different than other math classes. If you just open their book, you'll see very different. If I was for real here, with you in the classroom, I would probably show you the book, show you a calculus book. And when you look at the statistics book, every problem is every problem is a written problem, right? You have to read it, you have to analyze it, you have to figure out, whereas in calculus or algebra 2 or whatever, it's just a bunch of problem sets, right? Problem after problem after problem after problem. So it looks very different. So they have to do a lot more reading. They have to do a lot more writing and explaining their thought processes. There's not a lot of necessary math or computation behind that. And then they have to explain, it's very, very important that they explain things in their writing. So it's a little bit different for them that way. It's very, very different. I like to call this class more outside the box thinking than inside the box, where a regular math class might. Not that it's easy, the other classes, but it's very much more rule oriented, and you can show them how to do it. Here, it's a little bit harder, where you have to just give them ideas and give them examples and have them think a little bit on their own. We have structured the class sort of like a college class. We don't have chapter tests. We have midterms. So we have chapter quizzes, which cover about 15% of the grade. And by the way, my course information sheet should be posted on the school website. I hand it off to the administration. And as I said, my wife is one of those. So I'm sure she got it on the site for you. 15% for quizzes. So we will have chapter quizzes, but we have big midterms, two midterms and a final exam. Each being worth 25% of the grade. The midterms, the first midterm will be coming up here in a few weeks on chapters 1, 2, and 6. We actually started on chapter 6. We're just finishing it. And then the next one, I think, is on the next 3 chapters. And the final exam is on everything we've done for the first semester. One of the common questions that I get asked is like makeup policy. And what if my student does poorly on a test? Do they get a second chance? That sort of thing. We don't do that per se in this class. We do have a little policy. What we do is every successive test can kind of replace the one before if they did better. So, or I should say, sorry, not everyone. Each midterm, so if they take 2 midterms, the lowest midterm score, if the final exam is better than the midterm exam, we will go back and replace the midterm exam with that final exam score. It's kind of like our way of saying, hey, it's a makeup test. You showed me the second time. You can do better. The reason we do it that way is it's really hard to come up with multiple questions and multiple makeup tests that are fair and objective and fair to everyone. If someone gets a retake or if someone's absent, it's a little bit tricky at this level to write multiple good tests. So we feel like this is the fairest way. It's worked quite fine for us as we've gone through the years. Our history in this AP class is very, very strong. Our average score at this school last year out of 5 on the AP test was 4.28, something like that, which is fantastic. The national average, by the way, is 2.8. And even the California average is like 3.2. So we have strong students. We have a great program. They have great math backgrounds. Although their math backgrounds aren't super important in this class, believe it or not, because it is so different. It's more about their thought processes and how well can they think. Like their great calculus skills. If they got a 5 on the calculus test last year, say, oh, statistics is going to be easy. It's just different. I can't really make that comparison at all. So grades real quick. I'm looking at my clock here. Sorry, I've got a minute and a half left. Be fast. I put everything on Canvas. All the assignments are on Canvas. So I would suggest to you, if you want to know what's going on, become an observer on Canvas. I know I have a lot of parents on there already. I can see that. I'm not 100% sure that process. I'd be happy to let you find out for you. If you need me to, just get in touch with me, which I'll talk about real quickly at the end. But everything's on Canvas for homework and dates and what are we doing, that sort of thing. But Canvas is tracking homework grades, but it's not the official grade. So Aries, SIS system, I'm sure you have access to that also. That's where I keep the official grades. Things like quizzes and midterms will not go on the Canvas piece of it all because we just do that in class, and I post it right on Aries. So last couple of things, and then my clock, sorry, I'm talking really fast. Attached to each one of my homework assignments is actually a YouTube video of my lesson. Before COVID even hit, I was doing live YouTube streaming in my class, and I was videoing them. So whenever I do a lesson, I actually attach it to Canvas so the students who are absent can look at it, or if they miss something during class, they can go back and look at it. Quite a powerful tool, I think. And you can look at it too if you want to learn a little bit of statistics. You can actually subscribe to my channel and check out some statistics if you'd like. So I'm about done, 10 minutes. Sorry that goes so fast. Please reach out if I didn't get something tonight, or you need to talk to me about anything, jim.mcgurk@mvla.net. I'm very quick with email. I'll get back to you really quickly. I've really enjoyed getting to know your students already. It's only been a week and a half, but they seem great. They seem engaged. I love being back in the classroom with them. I love seeing students. I love laughing with students again. I love not talking to this computer screen like I did for a year. It's fantastic to have everyone back. I hope everyone's looking forward to a good year. I know it's a little weird. I'll say have a great night. And please let me know if I missed anything or there's anything you need to know. I'm looking forward to spending the rest of the school year with your students. Thanks and have a good night.